Welcome guys back to episode number 19 of my Pokemon Alola Ultra Creator Heat Nuzlocke series. Hoo-wee! Last episode was pretty damn rough because, I almost lost several Pokemon to some of the fights in this game. I made a Salazzle that did not have Battle Shock. Almost, lost Lyra the Mimikyu 3 times in a row towards the 3 trial captains of the Fire Water Grass Corps of Lana, Malo, and Kawaii. And, those fights were a lot tougher than I thought they were going to be. More so Malo than the other 2, but still, they proved to be just way more challenging than I thought they were going to be. So, that did not turn out great when I was facing against them. But, otherwise, we're about to start up another episode of this game and get back into, of course, Mina's trial to continue on where we last left off. Because we are far from done with Mina's trial now, since there's still 2 more battles we have left to go before we actually get into the final boss after that. So, our next encounter that we're going to have is actually our last exclusive boss that we're going to battle against, as this is the last Ultra Sun exclusive boss that we have to battle to finish up the game before we get to the final 2 bosses after that. And, of course, this is again another Trial Captain boss just like before, but something tells me that I'm about to get my butt kicked in this one. I don't know how bad exactly, but I'm not feeling too confident about the next boss that I'm going to tackle through. But hopefully, just hopefully, we'll make it through with no problem. But I'm not making any promises on that, so let's just see how this goes. But before we begin, I think it would be a smart idea to put one particular person in the front of the party, considering that if I don't put Penny at the front, I'm gonna immediately get smacked in the face. But I think it would be even smarter to put Wario at the front of the party, and actually make sure that these guys are equipped with Z Crystals, because I completely forgot to do that last episode, since I wanted to see if it was possible that you can go through them without using Z Crystals, and while it was possible, don't get me wrong, I literally almost lost some of my members a couple of times, which was not a smart idea on my part. So, I have to make absolutely sure that they're boosted up in order for this next fight to count. So, you gotta be a little bit more careful, so, Alright, I think we should be set up for the next boss coming up, but something tells me that I'm about to get my ass kicked. But hopefully that doesn't happen and we'll be able to make it through with no problem, but I'm not making promises, so I'm just gonna have to pray for the best. Oh boy. I can't remember if it's over here. Yep. Alright, here we go. Time for the last Trial Captain boss of this list. Sophocles himself. Which, by the way, I had no idea it was pronounced that way. Totem! Oh, crap! I have to deal with this thing first. Oh, no. This is gonna be a problem. Alright, Wario, I need you to not die against this thing. Alright, welcome to the last exclusive boss battle against the shy-studying electric trial captain, Sophocles. Now, I don't know how tough this battle is going to be, especially considering that there's a very good chunk of his team that are very strong, so I'm really hoping that I can really get through this with no problem, but I ain't making no promises that I'm going to get out of this battle alive, so I have to be really careful. I'm going to begin this fight by using all-out pummeling first, though. Zig-zap! Oh, crap. Please don't flinch. Okay, good. I was just about to say, if he actually flinched there, I was going to be mad. Thankfully, I didn't get flinched, though, so go for it, Wario. All-out pummeling. Thankfully, this attack should do just enough damage to KO the other. So. Wham! Yep, that one shot of Togedemaru in one hit. Take that. I can deal with none of that spiky shield nonsense. After that totem Togedemaru caused me so much trouble during Boss List 5, not dealing with that nonsense. Alright, next up is Golem. Okay, this may be a little tricky because... Ooh, what to do here? I'll tell you what. I don't know if this thing is going to Electric Zimu the first turn when he's sent in. So I think the smart way of going about it is sending over Soapy and then swap over to my other Pokemon. Because I know this thing has a 4 times weakness to ground-type moves. So I should be able to easily not get hit too much by this thing. So let's give it a shot. Alright. Oh, sure enough, I predicted the Electric Z move. Thankfully, I ain't getting hit by that. Yep. Wasted your Z move for nothing, boy. That's what you get. Thank God, that was a very smart call that I swapped over to Penny at that point. Had I not done that and he fired up the Z move, I practically would have messed that up. So, thank God I made a smart call by swapping Penny over after that. Alright, let's try and Earthquake this sucker and see if it does enough damage. Alright, thankfully we're faster. Bam! Are you serious? Oh, crap. I forgot this thing has Sturdy. Steamroller? Wait, I never heard of this move. Okay, that did a decent chunk of damage. I didn't realize that was a bug-type move. Okay. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I wasn't anticipating that. Okay. On the bright side, it didn't do too much damage, so we'll be able to beat him. Alright. Thank God that didn't do too much damage. If it did way more, then I would have been in trouble. But thankfully, we're good, guys. We're good. Alright. Finally is Magnezone. Alright, Magnezone should be taken care of pretty easily. I hope this thing doesn't have a Sturdy, so let's go for another Earthquake. Come on. Earthquake in time. Bam! Oh, freaking course this stupid thing has Sturdy. Wait, that KO'd him? Wait, hold up! Wait. Whoa. Wait. Did I seriously kill that Magnezone? Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. I thought that thing was gonna live at 1 HP. That is the first time I've ever seen a sturdy Pokemon actually getting KO'd in 1 hit. That has never happened to me before. I don't know if I should be happy with what just happened, but okay, that didn't make any sense. The Golem survived the hit, but somehow the Magnezone did not live. Okay, that's really weird. I was expecting Magnezone to not die from the attack, but I was proven wrong. Was Torterra that strong enough that it ended up KOing him in 1 hit? That's weird. Okay, I am confused. I am very confused. I thought that Magnezone was not going to die from the attack, but the game ended up proving me wrong and killed it anyway. I don't know what exactly happened, but if you guys can explain to me in the comments with what just happened, I will very much appreciate it, because I thought that Magnezone was going to not die from the attack, but for some reason he did not. He actually died from the attack anyways. So that's really weird. I don't know if he didn't die because the attack was so powerful that it ended up killing him anyways, but I'm confused, y'all. I don't understand how that KO'd him and that somehow managed to... Yo, I'm so dead confused. I'm sorry, I don't get how that thing didn't live from the attack. I thought for damn sure that thing was going to survive the attack. And then I turn around for like a split second after, and then I see the Magnezone actually die. That has never happened to a Pokemon before. Usually a Pokemon with Sturdy would survive at 1 HP. But that's genuinely the first time I've ever seen a Sturdy Pokemon actually die in 1 hit. Genuinely, the first time that I've ever seen a sturdy Pokemon die in one hit and not survive the attack. So, I don't know if it's because I did so much damage that it ended up, skipping the trigger for him to survive the hit or something, but I am massively confused. So if someone can explain to me why that happened, then I will very much appreciate it. But I'm massively confused. I don't know how that happened. Without a doubt, that is the most confusing victory I think I've ever had. I legit thought that not the Togedemaru, the freaking, Magnezone was going to survive the hit, but somehow, some way he did not. Which I quite frankly do not understand, to be honest. Alright, thank you, Nanu. If you're wondering why I'm not battling Nanu, it's mainly because I don't feel like in the mood to battle against him twice in the series. So that's why I'm going over to him right now in Ultra Sun, since they don't allow you to battle against Nanu anyways. I just didn't think it was worth it to go through the same battle over and over again, because honestly, I already just tackled him a few minutes ago. It's not worth it to go and face against the same boss literally twice when you've already just defeated him in the last joint. So I didn't think at the time it was worth it, so that's why I didn't battle against him twice, okay? Just to give you guys an idea of what is going on, okay? So, just let that be known, okay? Now, before I go over to my next boss, since it's going to be the penultimate boss of the game, of the 7th boss list, I need to do something real fast. And in order for me to do so, it's going to require me to go into the grass and get some Pokemon. But before I do that, I need to actually pick up some Creator Key Pokemon that I made in my other save file that I brought over to this file. Specifically, these two here. You may notice that there is a Noivern and a Shiny Typhlosion here that both have Toxic, but the reason I brought these two over here is because of Benjamage the Gliscor. If you remember from a couple of episodes ago, I actually brought over a Gliscor into the official game, and there's a reason why I'm going to bring this guy into the actual fray of the game, because I'm going to use him as my own basis for going through the rest of the story, basically. So, because of this factor, I'm not going to actually switch any of the pictures on the current file that you see on screen right now until after that battle is completed. Then I'll decide my full team from there, because the idea is that I want to get Benjamage poisoned real fast before I even decide on how I want to fix up the rest of my team. And that's because since he has Poison Heal as his hidden ability, this means that if he gets poisoned, he won't actually take much damage from any attacks. So I figure this will be useful for what we're going to deal with here. But considering that it will take a while for this to happen, I need to make absolutely sure that I save the game beforehand before I go through any craziness. So, if you'll guys excuse me, I'm going to go over to this specific patch of grass here and try to hunt for some Dittos, and then hopefully find 2 so that I can get this thing going. And then once I'm done with that, I'll then take care of them from there on out. So, one brief second, y'all. Alright guys, I just came back, and as you can see, I just got into a battle with 2 Dittos after a long time trying to search for some, and I managed to actually get 2 Dittos to transform into both a Shiny Typhlosion and a Noivern here. And, of course, they ended up poisoning 3 of my Pokemon, but they did manage to poison my Gliscor here. Now, you're probably confused as to why I just got into a wild battle right now and needed to have a fight with 2 Dittos just so that I can get my Gliscor poisoned in the process for this next upcoming battle that I'm going to have. Well, that's because, if you remember, my Gliscor that I just got, Benjamin, has Poison Heal as a hidden ability, as well as the fact that he also has, of course, a Toxic Orb with him, which will increase his healing chances by quite a bit. So the idea is that I needed to have this Gliscor for this next battle that I have, and since he's going to be poisoned for the duration of that next fight, I figured having a poisoned Gliscor can work to my benefit in order to get prepared for the next essential battle. So that's why I brought Benjamage here for this exact case. I knew I needed him poisoned for this fight, so that's why I brought him here for this exact case. But another reason I'm showcasing this is basically because I haven't gotten the chance to showcase Noivern in that battle with Totem Kamo-O, if you remember from episode 16. He didn't actually show up when I was battling against him, only Scizor showed up. So, to make sure that people can shut up about Noivern not being in here, I just made one of the Dittos transform into him so that we can actually see him in action and just so that I can defeat him later. So that's basically why I did this. And it's also because, well, just because this is my channel and I can do whatever I want. So that's why I did it like this. Doesn't make any sense? Probably not. But honestly, I don't give a damn what y'all say, because this is my channel. So just suck it up, okay? Anyway, I'm going to begin by actually taking care of the Typhlosion first, considering that the Shiny Typhlosion is kind of low on HP. So I'll start by taking care of him first. Go for it, Benjamin. I know Typhlosion doesn't have a good model in the older games. He has gotten a much better model since then, but yeah, who cares at this point? Alright, now it's time to take care of the Noivern as well. And that thing's dead too. Are you serious? How on earth did that thing live my acrobatics? Come on, man. Really? Okay, well, at least I beated him, so. Alright, well, now y'all can shut up about that thing not being here, so. Alright. Well, with that taken care of, and I think with most of my team now set up, we can finally get out of here and actually get over to, over here to this area. Because now we can head back to the Pokemon Center and get rid of those two Pokemon and get back on task with what we're dealing with here. So, as far as it's concerned with who I want to bring for this next fight, I'm not technically sure what I want to do in regards to that. Because there's a lot of things I can do here, more so over than most others. But I think for now, here's what I'm going to do. Even though I would bring Nerdy Cat with me, I think I've used her quite enough for most of this challenge already. So I'm going to actually put her back into the box, just so that she can rest and we can just get ready for the next fight after that. I am going to bring still Azalea with me, though, because she is going to be important due to her having Steel-type coverage. So I am going to bring her for this exact fight. And then, as a little extra bonus, I think I'm going to also bring Master Mantis with me, because, I figured his bulk can be used for one of the other Pokemon that I would face against later. So, I figured he would be really useful for that upcoming fight that I'm going to have, too. So, yeah, I was going to come into the fray as well, so, yeah. But anyway, now that I got my team set up, we can now finally head back over to Poni Island now. But I'm not quite ready to tackle the next fight just yet, because I need to save my game beforehand before we do anything else. Because the next fight is going to get a little challenging. And since this is the final totem of the main story that we have to go up against, you know that this battle is going to be a little challenging, to say the least. So I don't know what's going to be going on for this next fight, but I have to make sure I'm prepared for it. Because if I'm not prepared, I could lose a Pokemon, and then I have to redo this whole entire joint again. So I have to be careful. So I don't know what to expect here. So let me save the game right now before we do anything. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, I am really scared to tackle this next boss, because I don't know what's gonna be happening for this next fight, to be honest with y'all. But to keep myself on the safe side, I'm going to put Benjamage at the front of the party, just so that I'm well adjusted to what's going on here. And honestly, I'm very, very nervous of what's going to be happening here. So to make it a little bit easier and make sure that I'm well adjusted for my team, I'm going to heal up these two here and give them each their Z crystals. The only unfortunate thing is I can't really give a Z crystal to Gliscor because of the fact that he, well, as you would expect, cannot really use that to his own advantage because of the fact that he has a Toxic Orb with him. So I don't know how well I'm going to perform in this battle specifically, but I have to hope to God that I can win this fight. But granted that this next fight is going to be pretty damn challenging, that's not saying much, especially considering that we're this far into the game, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to even use my Poison-type Z moves for this next fight anyway, so I'm really, really hoping that everything will turn out good here, but I highly doubt it based on what's going on here, so I have to really make sure I get prepared for this one. But hopefully I should be fine, but if I don't come out of this battle alive, then I'm screwed. So I have to be very, very careful. Okay, before I talk to her, let me save one last time before I get ready. Oh boy. Guys, I was about to press the A button. I was about to press the A button to enter this fight, but your boy realized that he is an idiot. Something at the back of my mind told me that I need to get Toxic on Benjamin. And you know what? When I looked at my bag after I finished up the last recording, before I began this one, I realized I had both Toxic and Acrobatics in the same file. So, you know what? I'm gonna actually get rid of Acrobatics on Benjamage, because I can replace this bag with Acrobatics later after I finish the fight, because I think this will come in handy for how I have to defeat this next boss. But to say that I am nervous for what this next boss is gonna be would be a significant understatement. Because the next boss that we're gonna tackle is also the final totem boss of the main story. And in my view, definitely the toughest one that we're going to tackle through so far. So the chances of me actually winning this fight are significantly smaller than most of the other fights up to this point. So I am really nervous of what we're going to be dealing with here. Alright, so we got the flower, rainbow flower. Okay, here we go. It's time to face against the penultimate boss of the Pony Island boss list. Oh boy, this one's gonna be a truly challenging boss. Oh boy. Okay, here she is. Boom, boom. Alright, here we go. Totem Rabambi. Alright, it's time for the penultimate boss of the Pony Island boss list. But I have to really get lucky here, so... oh boy. I'm usually just starting with an Omni boost. Alright, welcome to the boss battle against the Totem Bee Fly Fairy of Pollen Puffs, Totem Rabambi. Okay, so this is the boss that I'm the most terrified to go up against. Not only does she have an Omni boost, raising her stats twice as much as it would be normally, but she also has Bug Buzz, Draining Kiss, and Dazzling Gleam, in addition to Quiver Dance, a move that's going to make her disturbingly even more powerful than she already was. To say that I'm really scared of how this fight is going to turn out for me would be a significant understatement. But I think thanks to Benjamin being poisoned, this shouldn't be too much of a problem, but that doesn't do me any favors here, especially considering that Totem Rabambi is pretty strong, and also has access to probably the most annoying allies that she can, which kind of makes the situation even worse. I'm going to start this battle by immediately using Toxic and hoping that it lands. Oh shoot, she's quiver dancing already. Okay. Alright, quiver dancing. Alright, Toxic right away. Alright, I got her. Okay, poisoned her thankfully. Alright, she's immediately calling in her first ally. Alright, Pelipper. Okay, drizzling immediately. I have to really be careful here, because if I end up making a mistake, then I'm pretty much dead. Alright, let's go ahead and Rock Slide this turn. Hopefully it flinches Pelipper, but if it doesn't, then we're in deep trouble. Alright, Quiver Dancing again. Okay. Okay, hits both opponents. Okay, good, good. Yes! Flinched him! Nice! Okay, okay, this is going according to plan. Nice, I flinched her. Okay. Let's Rock Slide again. I think she's going to... oh, no, she's not going to Dazzling Gleam. I thought she was going to Dazzling Gleam that turn. I guess not. Well, on the bright side, that poison damage is going to kill her anyway later, so... bam! Okay. Took out that Pelipper at least. Alright, with that Pelipper gone, we just got Rabambi and the other ally to deal with now. So, we should be good to go for what's going to be happening next. Because I think that poison damage from there should KO her the next turn. But I think to make sure that I can survive the next attack, I need to make sure that I use some X boosts. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a Roto Boost here to hope to God that I survive the next incoming hit. If I can, we are in a phenomenal spot. But I don't want to I don't want to count chickens until we know for sure that we're good. So, let's just hope that this works. I'm really hoping. Okay, Dazzling Gleam. Okay, thankfully I tanked it fantastically. widescreen. Okay, well, on the broad side, that totem Ramami is gone, so... Okay, that kind of worked in my favor. If Blizzy actually went for a heal pulse, that would have been troublesome, but thankfully that did not happen, so... Phew! That was close. Okay, thankfully my method that I used thankfully worked. Huh. But now I have a tough choice to make. Do I really want to bring Master Mantis in here? Because if I do, what are the chances that he'll survive the incoming, Dazzling Blink? Ooh, that's a very tough call. I really do not know. Because that thing is a 4-time super effective move. I could bring him in, but the problem is that if I do, he could immediately get one-shot by that attack. I'll tell you what. I think to be on the safe side, let me try to... Wait, no. I can toxic this thing, can I? Yeah, I can. Lizzie really can't do anything anyway. Well, I guess I can just let that thing die before I can do anything else. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let that thing just slowly die over time, and then from there, I'm just going to swap in my combo O when it gets the chance. Besides, Dazzling Thing is not going to do that much damage anyway, so... Yeah, it's not going to do that much damage anyway. It's not even going to matter. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that thing slowly die. Because honestly, at the end of the day, it's not really gonna matter, because the Blizzy's already going to be dead anyways, even if I tried, so... Yeah. I know this is a pointless way of winning the fight, but honestly, I don't care at this point. I really do not care at this point, so who even gives a flippin' care, honestly? Okay, let me swap over to Master Mantis here and see if it does anything. Because I don't know if it's going to just let me win anyway or if it's going to do something else, but let me just do it anyways. Okay. Oh yeah, that's not going to matter anyway. It did have damage, but it didn't even matter. Okay, at least we got rid of this battle with the proper method, man. Whew, I was scared that method was not going to work, but thankfully it worked in my favor. So, thankfully, we were able to beat this battle with no problem. So, despite the big amount of damage Master Mantis took, but who cares, honestly? Misty Terrain? Oh, I'm going to teach her that. Are you kidding me? Alright. I gotta say, man, this was by far one of the scariest fights I've had in the game, but I'm so glad that that toxic strategy worked. Seriously, had my mind not told me earlier before I recorded the next segment that I needed toxic, I practically would have lost that battle. So, thank God I made the smart call of actually using toxic on that turn, because had I not done that, we practically would have been screwed if you couldn't already tell. So, thank God I made the smart call and decided to get toxic to Gliscor anyway beforehand. So, I'm very glad I thought about this in advance before I got into the actual fight, so thank goodness. Alright, we got the Fairy-type Z Crystal as our reward. Okay, with the trial completed, there's only just 2 Z Crystals left. One of them being kept by the final boss of the Pony Island boss list, and one more that's not found until the league. But man, I gotta say, this list has been very challenging, man. There were a lot of tough battles that I have gone through in the game. Because, man, a lot of these fights were way more difficult than I thought they were going to be. Especially the latter half of the game. Like, goodness, the difficulty is really spiking up in this list. I don't know how difficult the last one's going to be personally, but I'm really nervous of what the last challenge with Hapu is going to have. But I think I just got one last notification telling me that I can now get some brand new Pokemon. I think the last batch of Pokemon 2 on top of that, which is sadly going to be the last Creator P announcement that I'm going to have, which I am a little bit sad about, but honestly, I don't really care at this point. But before we head over there, we need to heal up the team, because honestly, we got our asses kicked very hard throughout that whole entire journey. Because, man, we just got our butts kicked pretty hard throughout that whole entire journey. I'm glad we didn't lose anyone, but still, even then, we still got our butts kicked pretty darn hard. So we can finally get rid of that poison field joint for high score now. Whew. You know, thank God I thought about this earlier and decided to go and, you know, give the toxic to Benjamin H anyways. I thought I didn't need it, but then something in the back of my mind was like, you need to have toxic. You need to have toxic. So thank God I trusted my gut and actually went into this with toxic. Because had I not done that, I practically would have lost someone. And that totem Rabambi is quite a menace of a sight to behold, you know? Anyway, enough about that. Let's go ahead and save the game now. Alright, let's take a look at what this last notification is. Alright, y'all. So I just got my last notification, and it's telling me that I can now trade with Ultra Beasts now. Which I think is pretty cool that I can now finally trade with some very cool alien Pokemon. So, I think it's only fair that we go ahead and trade our next 6 Caterpies, which will be our last 6 that I'm going to trade as far as regular game is concerned with most of the stuff that we've been doing lately. So, what do you say we go ahead and trade with our Caterpies now? And go ahead and do exactly that for this episode, eh? Well, that's what we're here to do. As we're going to do exactly that and do our next 6 trades. Now, granted, I don't know what we're going to be traded with specifically speaking, but I'm pretty excited to see what we're going to get, considering that we got a lot of good options as of recently. So, I should have high hopes of what we're going to get in terms of the, you know, large roster of Pokemon that we got, because we got several good ones within this whole thing, so... Alright, my first trading session is done, y'all. Sorry that took a little bit longer than expected. Apparently what ended up occurring was that I made a mistake with the name, but I got my first trade. So, let's see what's the first one we got. Alright. What do we get? Shiny Naganadel? Really? For the first trade? Okay. Orbalon is the name of this guy. Oh, like the WarioWare alien. Okay, I see you. Yo, that shiny Naganado looks so good! Look at how nice that shiny is! I forgot how beautiful the shiny is. That yellow and black color scheme fits so well for him. Holy goodness. Yo, I need to take a look at this Ultra Beast real quick. Hold up. Hold up. I was not expecting to just get an Ultra Beast right away like that. Look at this shining boy, man. Level 62. Not bad at all for the first trade, honestly. Lonely Nature and Beast Boost. So, Dragon Pulse, obviously, because it needs to evolve with Dragon Pulse. Venom Shock, Acrobatics, and Flamethrower. Oh, a pretty decent moveset for this Naganado, honestly. I'm liking this. Well, first trade, and we already got a very good one at that. Holy! We're already starting this off strong with a Naganado. That was the last thing I expected to start off with, but I'm happy with how this first trade turned out. This was really good. Holy! Yo, I'm really happy with how this first trade turned out. I will gladly accept this guy. I will gladly take it. Okay, well, that was a good way to begin this off, but I'm curious to see what else we'll get, huh? Well, only time will tell, honestly, so let's see what we get as our next trade. Alright guys, just came back from my second trading session, so let's see what we get this time, eh? I'm pretty curious to see what we'll have this time. Because we got some really good, we got a really good first Pokemon to start this off with, so. Alright, what do we get? Hey, Drampa! I'm always a big boy for Drampa. Oh, P.A.U.C.N! Oh, a reference to another YouTube channel. Shouts out to you, P.A.U.C.N. Huh. Well, that's an obscure reference. I know some people don't like Drampa because of the fact that this thing looks really weird or whatever, but come on, he's a fluffy old man dragon. What's not to like? Come on, y'all. I don't care what people say about this guy. I love this dude, okay? I like him. Look at this handsome chap. Modest Nature and Sap Sipper. Oh, that gives him an immunity to grass type attacks. That's pretty good for a Drampa, actually. Drago Meteor, Hyper Voice, Fire Blast, and Ice Beam. Okay, so this guy's more of a mixed attacker. Okay, I see you. I see you. Also, I just noticed that his special attack stat is pretty damn high. Wow, 226. That's quite high for a special attack stat. Damn. Well, I was not anticipating that, man. Well then, this dude will come in real handy when it comes down to some of the future fights later. Alright, well, honestly, a really solid choice for the second one, so I'll honestly take it. I will gladly take it. Y'all, this third trading session took me forever to do. Literally, I kept on trying to trade for an electric type Pokemon, and multiple times it kept on refunding me over and over and over again. So I just gave up and decided to just go for a water psychic type Pokemon. Finally, it decided to trade in after all that time. Golly, that was unnecessarily long for no reason. Let's just hope what I got as my third trade was worth it after all that waiting I had to do. Like, goodness, man. That was unnecessarily long for no reason. Well, I guess I can take a Bruxish. Amelie is the name of her. Oh, like, Amelie from, Irma-Con, Welcome to Demon School. That's a reference I never expected a Bruxish to make a reference to, but I'll take it. I mean, not what I expected, but still, it's something. Okay, so this one isn't too bad after all that waiting I had to do. Sorry about that, guys. Bashful Nature and Strong Jaw is her ability. Aqua Jet and Waterfall plus Psychic Fangs and Bite. Honestly, after all that trouble I've gone through, I got a pretty decent moveset on this Bruxish. I mean, it's not amazing, but still it's something, so honestly, anything is welcome at this point. But, man, y'all, I gotta say, it took me a long freaking while for me to finally get this into my game. But, finally I got it, so at least I can finally shut up about this thing not being here anymore, so... Whew! That took a gosh darn long while for me to finally get this into my deal, but finally I got it. So, yeah, I guess there's that. But, anyway, hopefully the next couple of deals don't turn out as long, but I'm really hoping I can get an Electric-type Pokemon, because honestly, I'm still trying to get an Electric-type, and I still do not have one yet. And I'm really, really upset that I still don't have one, so... I'm gonna try again and try and get this to show up, but I swear to God if I can't, I'm gonna be so mad you don't understand. But let's just hope that I can get whatever is next, huh? Alright, just got back from my 4th trading session, and thankfully this went by a little bit smoother, so... hopefully what we got as our next trade turns out just as good. I hope. Because honestly, I'm a little bit pissed about that whole not getting shiny thing, so... Alright, what do we get? Shiny Gourgeist! Oh, okay! Interesting! Irma's the name of this Gourgeist! Oh, I was just talking about it immediately a while ago, and we got Irma on top of that. Huh. Ironic. Honestly, not a bad Pokemon! The shiny actually looks pretty decently good. I quite like it. So, Adamant Nature and Frisk has his ability. Ooh, nice. Bullet Seed, Flamethrower, Trick or Treat, and Phantom Force. That's a pretty solid moveset, I'm not gonna lie. We're starting to get a little bit better. Alright, well, with that, I think this is a good Pokemon to be brought in here. So, honestly, I'm very happy with what we got. But we ain't done yet. There's still two more Caterpies we have left to trade away. Now, what are we going to get with these last two? Absolutely no idea. But we're going to have to find out as we get into the last couple of trades. Because we're getting close to finally finishing this up. So I'm curious to see what we'll get as our last couple of trades. Alright guys, I'm back from my 5th trading session. That one took slightly longer than I expected, man. Holy, it took me a good few minutes to finally get this one going, but finally I was able to get something. So, let's see what we get here. Alright, what do we get? A Gardevoir! Oh, Mona's the name of this one! Like, the WarioWare character Mona. Okay, that's a very solid one. So, Modest Nature and Synchronize is her ability, okay. Disarming Voice, Psychic, Magical Leaf, and Psyshock. It's a pretty decent moveset, but I may need to change a couple of her moves. But thankfully there's a lot of TMs around that I can pick up later on my free time. But not bad, honestly. I'm happy with this Gardevoir. I mean, come on, she's one of my favorite all-time Generation 3 Pokemon, so you can't go wrong with Gardevoir, okay? But overall, I'm happy with how this one turned out. So, overall, really glad with how this one turned out. Alright, well, that just means that there's one last Caterpie left. Now, I don't know what we're going to get as the last one for this Caterpie, but hopefully we get something that's pretty good. But I'm not too sure what we're going to get specifically. But I'll see when we get that last Pokemon. But I'm hyped up for what that last one is, so hopefully it'll be something good. Hopefully. Alright, I finally got my last trade of the day, so let's take a look at what the last trade is. Hopefully it's with a very good Pokemon, hopefully. Alright, what do we get as our last Pokemon? Glaceon! Oh, and Anna's the name of this Glaceon, like Anna from the WarioWare series. Well, looks like Kat's not the only one in here. Okay, I'll take it. Alright, nice. Glaceon's in the potty. Man, I love me some Glaceon. She is my favorite evolution of all of them, man. Modest Nature and Ice Body. That's a pretty decent ability for a Glaceon, actually. Frostbite, Ice Beam, Water Pulse, and Toxic. Oh, this girl's gonna be really useful for the ground trial coming up. Well, honestly, we ended this on a pretty good note, despite how rocky two of the trading deals were. But we were able to get some pretty decent trades. We managed to get two shinies out of this, and several very good Pokemon that I think will come in handy for the next couple of fights. So honestly, I'd say this is a very good run of this whole thing. So, not bad at all, honestly. Alright, well, with that concludes this video. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. The next episode will be the finale of the Pony Island boss list. Now, am I going to somehow make it through with a clean sweep and not a single death? No idea, but we'll see how the last list treats us. But anyways, see you guys next time for the next episode. So till next time, y'all, bye.